Good morning, family. Happy Sunday. Listen, I want to talk about something right quick, right? It goes to prove, it's a point to my video that I made yesterday, right? Like in the video I made yesterday, I was like, we cannot, giving people things or money does not mean that they will love or respect us, which is true. And then, um, I saw my brother, I forgot your name. You was like, you commented this morning, you was like, when you give things, you don't expect anything in return. And when we stop, Daniel, and I told you to stop. Now I'm not playing with you with this ball. Take it over there. Take it over there. And I agree with you in different aspects. Like there's people that I give to, I don't expect anything in return. Why? Because I'm giving them that from my heart, and I'm helping them, and I don't expect that they can't afford to help me back, or I support. My video is kind of like shaky. I don't know if it's gonna stop or what, but the camera looks like it's kind of shaky. But there are people that I give to. I support what they are doing, and I don't expect anything in return. Or I sow a seed into what they're doing. I don't expect anything in return. That's different. When it comes to a relationship or a marriage, it should be reciprocal, because why are you doing what you're doing to someone that you're tying your soul to? Why are you giving to that person and you're not expecting that person to give you anything back? Like, you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be cherished, you deserve to be understood, you deserve to be, have somebody show you compassion, help in different areas of your life. You deserve that. What's the purpose of being together if there is no reciprocation? And a prime example what I wanted to share, is this brother. Like, I was watching this clip this morning where this brother, he said he's been in a relationship with his girlfriend. They're not married yet, but clearly they've been in a relationship over 10 years. So technically, legally, they may be legally married for being together so long, but still yet it's his girlfriend. She had a daughter. He accepted that daughter as his own. He loved her as his own. So he's put her through college. Her biological father was never there. He said, I think he spent over $40,000 putting her through college. And now that she's prepared to get married, he's paying for the wedding. Stop that, Daniel. He's paying for the wedding. And clearly he's giving these things because he loves them, right? When somebody is giving you, when a man is giving is providing for the woman, the child of the woman that he's with, he clearly loves his girlfriend, because he is doing fatherly things. A lot of men are not going to go out of that way for their stepchild. They make some give and support a little something, but to cover a whole wedding, to put you through college, those are things that a father does for his daughter. And her biological father was never there, so he did these things. And clearly, you don't do these type of things for someone you don't love. All that he looks for is appreciation, and he didn't say this in his video, but common sense would tell me all that he wants to be is respected, appreciated, and he wants that love to be reciprocated through respect and acknowledgement. But but he said that he put her through college, he's paying for the wedding, and then what hit him in his face is, he said they can have he allowed them to have the wedding reception, the thing, whatever, at his home. He has a fairly large home, so they could fit their guests in there. And I think they were going to have like it could fit a total of 250 people. And so he had 20 of his friends that he wanted to be invited. So he told his girlfriend, and they were supposed to send out invitations. So when he was golfing with his buddy, he told him, I'll see you at the reception. He was like, oh, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invitation. And so when he verified, his friend did not get an invitation, only an announcement. None of his 20 people got an invitation. And that's all he only requested something so minimal as that, And any woman knows where the heart of this woman is based off of what this guy has presented, right? Because when a woman loves you, she's going to honor you. Something as simple, you're doing so much and you ask the bare minimum for simply 20 of your friends to be invited. A woman that loves you is going to make sure that that happens and ask you if there's anything else that you sure you wouldn't like to have, you know. And then which he said when they got to his home, so he just let that go. He let that slide. Clearly this brother got a lot of patience. I guess he's head over heels for this girlfriend of his, you know. But when he said he let that slide, when they got to his home, they were having the party in his home. Her real dad, the surprise guest, shows up. It's her real father showed up to her home. Then the daughter, his stepdaughter, makes the announcement that her father's going to be, her biological father's going to be walking her down the aisle. So clearly this guy, he's not paying for the wedding. He's not taking on any fatherly responsibility, and he gets to show up and shine on for a wedding that another man is paying for. That's a prime example. Giving people your money or things will not make them love or respect you. That goes hand in hand with what I was saying. Let's take a listen at some of what this brother is saying here.
What? The wedding that I'm paying for, that in my house, the daddy don't do nothing for you, is giving you away? And they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was. Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, you know, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM. Yeah. So, since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be relinquishing, giving my financial duties to the new host.
Come here, sit down here right here.
And I will back out monetarily. Yeah. Yep. Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling. But they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much. How I'm ruining so much for backing out, and how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding, and how her daughter ain't this and that.
And see, that right there, that's another point, people of God. You see what I'm saying? After that thing hurt this man. Hear this. She got to go to the bathroom. Let me go take her to the bathroom, and then I'm going to pause this. All right, I'm back. Now, see, after he stood up and he said that, right? The thing hurt him because they didn't honor him at all. It's just like they just sitting there, and it's so clear to see that they using him. But this can't be, like, it gets worse and worse when somebody's using you. So clearly, before this whole event, there was things that he just didn't pay attention to, or he just let slide, or think that would change over time because of his love for his stepdaughter's mother. See? His love for them. Now, when he stood up and said that, he said that out of hurt. He said that out of pain. No one there loved him. No one there acknowledged his pain. He wasn't disrespectful in his own house. Him paying for everything, then catered the food, people sitting there eating off of him, having a good time off of this man, and didn't even acknowledge him. This is a prime example how people love, how cold people's heart can be. People don't give a darn about you when they're using you. And if you do not love yourself first, you will end up in situations like this. This is why I said when I wrote up yesterday, don't let nobody pressure you into marriage. When I shared what my pops told me about his first marriage, how he was so happy when he lost everything because he was able to start his life over in peace. He was hurt at the pain and the time he lost, but he was like, man, I can start over. I got peace now. I ain't got everybody pulling me one way or another and try to make me feel bad over money and stuff. Similar situation to this, even though it was different type, but pain is pain, usury is usury. You see what I'm saying? And so nobody could even show compassion for this brother's pain when he stood up and he said that. He said it was all kind of snickering and stuff like that. They probably laughed at him, probably thought he was foolish. That's what they do when you got a pure heart and people taking advantage of you. They laugh at you. They don't care. Their hearts is cold. And then on the flip side of that, now every woman know this now. My sisters, y'all know this. When that man expressed how he felt, if that woman had any love for him, he said later she came to him and told him how he's ruining everything. Tell me what that is. What is that? See, she's focused on missing out on her daughter missing out on her wedding being paid for. This man is saying, I'm pulling back my resources. Clearly, I've seen through y'all actions. Y'all have no love for me in this family. I'm not even a part of this family. And he's right. Actions speak louder than words a lot of times. So now he's pulled back his resources. That pain, that's enough pain to let him see, bro, they don't love you. They using you. Now he's pulled back his resources. Daniel, get your tail going on from over here. He done passed gas, chemical warfare. What did I do to deserve all this chemical warfare, baby? Get on. And don't laying by my foot so comfortable and passing gas, cocking up, passing gas. And don't you come by me, Monte. Move out my way. Move standing over me like that. Look at her. Move now. Don't come by standing over me. And so, what was I saying? That chemical warfare done took my train of thought away. But, when she comes to him and tells him he's ruining everything, she's not saying, baby, I'm so sorry. I neglected the fact that I'm so sorry that I didn't pay attention to your feelings. I was so caught up in planning what my daughter wanted. I didn't think about you. And clearly, if a woman really loves her man, she's going to advise her daughter to do the right thing anyway. Even if this girl was trying to make something right with her biological father, if he was trying to get back in her life, he may not have had the resources that her stepdaddy had. She could have still honored both of them. And she could have spoke. See what I'm saying? If that was my stepfather, if that was my stepdaddy, I been going to honor him. You see? Because that man did good by me. You see, if that was my stepfather, I don't care if my biological father wanted to come back in my life or not. If he did, I would have respect for him. But this man right here, I'm not going to disrespect because he stood by me. He was 10 toes down, holding me down, putting me through college. I will honor him. And he will, depending on how my biological father coming back in my life. Because he ain't going to just come to my wedding and take no shine. The man who has held me down like a father, I want him to hold my arm because I know he's in my corner. I'm not going to disrespect my biological father. He can be at my wedding. Or maybe I might have both of them on my arm if he's got his mind right and he's ready to play his role right. But I will not disrespect this man in his house, soaking up his money. He paying for my wedding and I don't even say nothing. That's a prime example of a user. And if that groom is smart, the man she marrying, if he's smart, I don't care how pretty she might look. See, lust is what got Samson's eyes poked out, baby. That fatal, that lust attraction. It can make you overlook all that. And then you start hating each other and abusing each other once you get hooked up. Why? Because it wasn't love, it was lust. See, pure love is going to take you somewhere. It's going to lead you somewhere. It ain't going to die strong. People willing to work when they really love you. See? Because anything worth having, like the old folks say, is worth fighting for, baby. And when you're trying to live two people, mix one life under one roof, yeah, you're going to have to change a little bit of some things. Even when it comes to being together, the Bible tells you don't withhold your body. Your body become each other's body. You ain't withhold each other. So you got to communicate. And when somebody truly love you, they will do the work. They will do the work to make each continuously evolve together. A union, that's what it's about. But when there is no love there, baby, there's a lot of selfishness. And see, that's why I posted yesterday, don't let nobody rush you into marriage. Love yourself first. Get to know yourself first. Explore life. Let God grow you, develop, learn all your flaws, heal from all the trauma, learn the things that trigger you, do your internal work. And when you meet somebody, if it's God divine, You know, you get all these people. I see all these people only tell me, oh, your kingdom spouse. God said this is the one. This is all these blind prophecies. You need to close your ears to a lot of that stuff. Some of these people that's giving out, God is telling them so much about other people's spouses and kingdom spouses and stuff. And they hearing so much. They're getting so many messages from God to tell the people about their personal life. Well, you know what? Squeeze me in there when you get some time. Ask God, did he ever tell you who killed Tupac and Biggie? Because they're giving out all these prophecies. Did he ever tell you who plotted the murder or assassination of Malcolm X? Did he ever tell you who plotted the assassination of MLK? I'm pretty sure the people would want to know these things since he's telling you about all these kingdom spouses and things like that. People, be not deceived. Get in the word of God for yourself. But anyway, I divert from that. You know, this is a prime example of why you should take your time and let God send folk in your life. Let God send people in your life. It ain't going to feel like no pressure. You know how many times I done had people try to pressure me into marriage? If I want to be married, I can send out a text to 3 people right now and tell them the first one here Monday morning, take me to that courthouse. I'm going to do it. And I guarantee you it'll be 2 out of 3 for sure fighting to be at this door to say, no, she mine. You understand? To take me to that courthouse and pay their little, if it's still $50 to marry me. And getting a man ain't nothing. It's the right soulmate. It's the God-ordained one. And that comes with taking your time and growing in Christ, letting the Spirit lead you. And you still got to be careful because the devil sent a lot of counterfeit and people can pretend sometimes. That's why I always tell you, test love. Test what's in the heart, baby. The devil can duplicate and imitate a lot of things, but he cannot replicate love. He can't do that because he has no love. He is not love. He opposes all that is of God. He wants to be like the Most High, but he'll never be him. See? He got imitation and duplication. They take things that the Bible perverted, twisted. So yeah, this brother is hurting. He got a heavy heart. I feel that brother pain. Pain is pain. And what heals it is time and removing yourself from that toxicity. If that sister had any love for that brother, she would have never came at him like that. She would have never tried to, what y'all say, I learned from many of y'all, gaslight. See? She would have never gaslighted him, trying to make you feel like what you're feeling is invalidating his feelings, which is true. It's there. What he's saying is true. He's not love. You don't have no honor, no respect for him. You never acknowledge this man one time. He's been there supporting you all this time. He even paying for the wedding, having the reception in his home. Now he pulled his resources away. You still won't acknowledge his pain. Why? Because you have no love in your heart for this man. Let this man go and y'all come up with your own coins. You and her, your daughter, and that biological father of his. Now y'all come up with your own coins and put this whole wedding together. And then let this man go in peace. Stop using and draining this brother. See? People like that, they don't go far. But they drain children of light. They hang on to the pure in heart. And sometimes the pure in heart, you get used sometimes. Many of us, we get used sometimes if there's something on the inside of you that's not healed. If there's something on the inside of you that's not healthy, you have an unhealthy appetite. If there's an unhealthy appetite like Samson had, like that lust will lead you right onto the slaughter, baby. It'll lead you right onto being used and taken advantage of until that pain grow strong enough, and hopefully don't get your eyes poke out. Hopefully don't get set up and have your life taken away from you. If you make it to survive it, that pain grows strong enough to subside that love, then you say, okay, the pain is greater than the love, baby. I got to get up out of here. And that's what this brother said. He's jumping ship. Y'all got to get out my house. See? He clearly see now. Now he can move on to somebody. Well, he need to take his time and heal and recover and learn to love on himself a little bit and find out what on the inside of him made him stay so long. Why he kept staying so long with that woman, because clearly there was things before that led all the way up to that total dishonor, blatant dishonor, and she don't love him. That's clear as day. When somebody come at you after all that, and all she could say is, you ruining everything. You're ruining everything. How am I ruining everything? You got this wedding set up, you ain't gonna pay for it no more. They want the money. The love of money is the root of all evil. She'll stay there, sleep with you, do all of that and there can still be no love. Sometimes people, like I said in some videos, that this is all confirming my videos and my messages yesterday. All of this right here confirms it. Sometimes when you got a lot and you got people around you, it could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your mama, it could be your daddy, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your child. When you got it, you're going to have people around you. That's why it's not good to be bragging. You see people bragging about all the money and stuff they make and stuff like that. That's a foolish thing to do. That's a foolish thing to do. You attract people to you. You never know who you can trust because everybody can wear a mask and pretend to be something that they're not. See? And your money can become a curse to you. When you got people around you and you got it, you'll have a lot of people right in your corner. Why? They riding your coat till they know you got it. Not everybody might be like that, but you will learn when you hit a hardship or tell them you can't do it no more. See? Or if they are you in a position where you have obligated to take on somebody else's debt, I believe we shouldn't take on nobody else's debt. You know, we shouldn't take on nobody else's debt. If we can help folk, we help them. But when you take on somebody else's debt and you get to a place and you reach where you can no longer afford to do those things and you having a hard time, oh baby, them people will leave you. They'll talk about you. You will see what's truly in their heart for you sometime. They'll turn cold like that. They don't even acknowledge you no more. See where they can find other resources. Well, let me see if I can find somebody else to do it since you can't do it no more. Because they don't even care. It can be beyond your control. You can fall into a sickness. You can lose something else. Something can happen beyond your control. And you need comfort. You need encouragement. See, because if your hands is blessed by God, you might fall down, but you will get back up. See, a child of God will always get back up. You don't never stay down. Because whatever you put your hands to is going to prosper. And sometimes things happen so you can shake off them leeches. So them leeches can fall off of you. And it'll hurt you real bad when you see they leave you when things get real hard for you. When things get hard and you got to fight your way through that struggle. And it can be people you help so much you went out of your way. And when you fighting your way and you down and you can't do what you used to do and you start saying, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. That when them true colors come out. That when they start pulling them things out their back pocket, what was always in them. That when they start looking beyond you, around you, and over you to try to find somebody else, to get somebody else to do it. Rather than stick with you, plan with you, encourage you, and try to put the pieces back together. They'll go around you. Why? Because there's no love. And that's the pain. That's the most painful thing to learn when somebody don't have love for you is when you down and when you need them. Right? So I feel this brother's pain. You know, it goes back to what I said about Fat Joe. I saw some time ago a clip, it was a little small clip where Fat Joe was talking, where his whole crew, I think it was like 6 or 7 guys. I'm not really sure, but he took his crew because he was the breadwinner, and he was like he just wanted to test his crew, and he had a meeting. He sat down with everybody. He was like, "Yo, I ain't got it." He's like, "I just, I just ain't got it." And he was like, I think he said everybody left him, with the exception of one. Now these people who rocking with you in your crew, you never tested them before. And he finally tested them. And everybody jumped ship on him. But he really did have it. You see? So he weeded out. He weeded out all them leeches just by pretending like he didn't have it. You see what I'm saying? Telling you, people will hang on to you as long as they think that they can use you to come up, or they can use you for something. It's sad. We're living in a cold world. But this right here, that is not love, baby. That is a prime example. That is a prime example of what I was saying yesterday. Giving people things or your money will not make them love or respect you. And even after this brother showed his pain, he said there was people snickering around the table. Nobody in there had no righteousness enough in them to say, hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? This brother hurting. Nobody said nothing. He felt all alone, drained, surrounded by a bunch of leeches in his own home. His own home, where he catered to everything. He paid for everything. Then supposed to go off and pay for this wedding. I'm so glad he pulled out. I'm so glad God opened his eyes. Hopefully that brother can take his time, heal from that, and learn how to seek a virtuous woman. Not just a lady, not just a female, but a virtuous woman. See? He probably sought out somebody that the girlfriend that he probably with, she's probably very beautiful and marvelous to look upon to his eyes. You know? And that's probably what kept him. He probably enjoyed the sex. That's probably what kept him, you know? The lust of the eyes and the lust of the flesh, it'll get you every time, people of God. If you want to know somebody, you got to discern the heart. Learn what's in the heart of an individual. And they still ain't going to be perfect because none of us is perfect. But when there is no love there, there is no God there, baby. God is the DNA of love. The DNA of love is God, and God is the DNA of love. When they have love in their heart, you can work with them. They ain't going to be perfect. Flawed human beings, we all flawed. None of us will never be perfect, right? But there are some folk who got the DNA of they got a pure heart. They got a pure soul. They ain't gonna. They will never take you through a ringer like this right here. So anyway, that's just my little 2 cents. I wanted to share that. I was like, this is a prime example of what my pops was telling me and what I was sharing yesterday. Giving people things or money will not make them love or respect you. This is a prime example right here of what this brother went through. And it's a sad situation, you know. It's sad that he had to experience that.
Her dream wedding and how I don't ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right?
Right.
That's my stepdaughter.
Right.
I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, you know, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up. I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing. Like, they want me to pay for this? His name on it, not mine.
See?
His songs, not mine.
You see what I'm saying?
The food, I can't eat the food.
No respect, no love. He paying for all of that. The man allergic to certain things, and they got that in there. Another pain, another thing that stabbed me his heart. See? Cutting this man. And he got a lot of strength and patience to be going along viewing all of this stuff. You know, after his girlfriend, so clearly after the dinner, his girlfriend told him he was ruining everything. She must have talked him over, and he still was going to go through for him to go to the wedding planner and see all of this stuff. So she still was pulling him along. And then he saw all of this, the food that they serving. He can't even eat it. Lord have mercy. It don't take a rocket scientist to see, baby. These people don't love you. It's only about the money. It's only about what they want from you. Right? So he did the right thing to pull away from it. Pull away from it all. Giving people money, giving people your money, your hard-earned money that you didn't work for, that you spent your life working for because you giving your life away. Giving people your money or things, opportunities, whatever it is, services, whatever it is, your time, whatever it is, that is not going to make somebody love you or respect you. And this brother, his story is a prime example. And what I shared with you yesterday about my pops and his first wife and her mother and his mama, when he had all that money, all of that, they still did not love him. He never had love until he met his second wife, who also taught him and helped him grow and develop as a man, helped him change his mindset as a man. He never had that from his previous wife. He never had that from his own mother. It was always about $1. She's his mother. You got to take care of mama. It's always about what he could do for her. It's a sad thing when you realize some people who you think loving you, they only loving what you're doing for them. So sometimes you have to pull away. And when you learn, or if you ever fall on a hard time and you can't do what you've been doing, you're going to really see that those people never had no love for you. And that's painful. That is why my little 2 cents is Learn to love yourself first. Use your own resources to invest in your own future. Invest in your own future. Set yourself up. Focus on so your latter days will be better than your younger days. When the right people connect to your life, they are not going to drain you. You got to make yourself happy first. If I'm not happy inside, how can I share happiness with a man or with friends that come into my life? And why would I jump straight into a relationship with somebody without being, how could somebody be in a relationship without being friends first? People jump and rush to do things. No, be friends. Learn people flaws. Learn how they act when they get upset. That's when you really learn somebody. How are they going to treat you when they're getting upset, or when things get hard for them, or when they got it? So sometimes when people got a lot, they don't feel no pressures of life. But what about when they got a little? What about when they're going through a struggle? How do they manage pressure? How do they manage a struggle? See what I'm saying? Anybody can talk confident and be relaxed, but they got a lot. But what about when the hard times come? See, people who can press through and maintain their integrity and their character through hard times. That's the essence of a person. But anyway, I'm not going to make this video too long. That's just my little 2 cents, confirming what I said. Giving people your money, time, your things, resources, that is not going to make somebody love you or respect you. You got to love and respect yourself. Make yourself happy first. When people come into your life, you need to see what their motives is, and how are they going to add to your happiness. How can you add to their happiness? If they're already in a happy place, if they're already doing good, you should continue to build, add to what they got going on. Support you, support them. It should never be a draining thing where somebody's coming, they need you for your resources. Run from people like that. Have a blessed day. Now, if nobody told you that they love you on this beautiful Sunday, your little country bumpkin sister loves you. We are the light of the world. Let's don't never let our lights grow dark, baby. We got to keep shining bright. In Jesus' name.